So I look around, it looks like there's about 4 kids, 5 kids. Okay, cool, I can just swear away because I can afford it. So at the end, I say, all the kids come up, all 4 or 5 of you, and I'll give you a buck apiece, and da-da-da. I don't know where these kids came from, but there was 120 kids in there. So I had to give these little fuckers So ever since then, I've tried not to swear that much. I just said fuckers.
Hello. So there's this Stargate episode where you're supposed to be a civilian, and then you meet this girl, and you teach her.
Yes, I did.
I'm not talking about progress. I don't want to know that. But okay. And so that made me wonder: did you ever practice for yourself martial arts in your life, or did you just like learn some stuff for the television or something?
No, it was all stage stuff. It was based in Wushu, which at the time was a very popular kind of film thing because it's long and sweeping and beautiful, and you have these great forms and everything. So it was based in Wushu, but I've never studied outside of that. I mean, it was more like, you know, stage fighting is more of a dance than actual fighting. Like there's you know, steps, and you learn the counts, and you do this on 2, 3, you know, and that's pretty much, you know, what it is. So pretty much any actor that is like does these badass things and thinks he would get his ass kicked if he went somewhere trying to fight someone. I mean, there are some actors who actually do, but for the most part, no. Yeah, it's all acting. Although I did in The Dark Knight, I almost lost my eye, which is no joke. We're doing this fight scene, and so myself and the stuntman had rehearsed this thing for a week, and Bale and Joseph Gordon-Levitt were never at the rehearsals. So we go to shoot it, and we did it, and Bale comes on set, and he kind of watches it and gets it right away. And Joseph, you know, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, you know, had to be kind of walk through it a little bit, but eventually he got it. So we do the first take, and the stunt coordinator comes over to Joe and says, "Joe, you have to sell the punch." So when you say sell the punch, like if I'm going to hit this microphone, you're looking at me, I can be this far away, and it looks, as long as there's a head snap, it looks like the person got hit. But you can miss by 2 feet. When you tell an actor without saying you can miss by 2 feet, when you go to an actor and say, "You've got to sell the punch," you know what that means? Be closer. So I knew I was going to get hit the next take. And sure enough, and my head was on the ground, and Joe punches me in the eye. My eye immediately starts spurting blood. So they thought I was going to possibly lose my eye, so they called the emergency room, so they were already set to take me into surgery. And so over the radio, and we have like all this security to keep people away from the set, to keep people from taking pictures and blah, 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 blah. But everyone has radios that are tuned to the set frequency. So what goes over the radio is Chris is hurt. So you could hear like because of course they thought Chris was Christian Bale. So when they go take me to the ambulance, there's a huge crowd and paparazzi and da-da-da, and then they see it's me, and literally it was like, oh. They were so disappointed it wasn't Christian Bale. So anyway, I go to the hospital, and it turns out that there's just cuts. There's 3 cuts on my eyeball, which isn't that bad. I mean, compared to, they thought that I ruptured my tear duct, which is a lot worse. So they give me this stuff and send me back to set, and I'm leaving the next going to and say he's not going to make his flight. So there's a knock on my door, my trailer door, and it's one of the ADs saying, Mr. Nolan would like to see you. So I'm thinking he's going to say, hey, thank you so much, way to tough it out, and blah, blah, blah. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, Inception 2. So I go to set, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt is just really, he's beside himself. He's just so upset. And I'm like, don't worry. And Bale comes over, and everyone, and Nolan comes over, and we're making small talk. And he's like, hey, so how you doing? So I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'll see you on my next one. You know what he says to me? So, ready to get back to work? And by now, my eye is swollen shut. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, Inception 2, Inception 2. And I said, yes, sir, Mr. Nolan, I'm ready to get right back to work. And I'm still waiting on the call for Inception 2. Well, I don't even know if they're doing one, I'm just waiting on the call.